Hey.
Welcome to Let's Play RC, and today we have 3 amazing trucks.
We have the Traxxas TRX4 Land Rover Defender. We have the Axial 2017 Jeep Wrangler Unlimited. And then we have the HPI Racing Venture Toyota FJ Cruiser.
So, which one's better? Stay tuned to find out. So welcome back, and I'm Dylan, and this is my dad Calvin, and on this channel we do all things RC, such as tips, tricks, and reviews,
as well as repairs, upgrades, and some really awesome run videos. Me and Dylan are a father-son team. We love the RC hobby, and we want to share that passion with you. Remember, guys, part of the reason we do it together is we want to show everybody that RC is for everyone of all ages.
Yes, so if you're new around here, consider subscribing.
Excellent. So, let's get to the deal here. So, before our intro, we asked you guys which truck is better. To be honest with you, there's not much that separates them.
Yeah, they're pretty similar in most.
Yeah, even price points. So we lined them up, price point. Most expensive, middle, and least expensive. But from this truck to this truck is only about an $80 difference. So I think this guy's about $540, $520, $500 kind of thing. Yeah, it's not a lot of difference, right? So this is actually a comparison video. So let's start with the Traxxas TRX4 and talk about the body. Now, we both agree the color's awesome, but it comes in gray as well. What else about this body is cool, Dylan?
I really like all the like tire on the back and the jerry cans and the jack and.
So the scale accessories.
Yeah, and the snorkel and all that.
Yeah, I would have liked clear windows, but that's okay. It still looks amazing.
Yeah.
The problem with the detailed body, which is beautiful, it's heavy.
Yeah.
But that's okay, because there's ways we can fix that. We'll share that later.
It's still an amazing truck.
What do we think about the Jeep?
The body, I really like it. It also came with light switches. Very nice.
Yeah, that is nice, right?
I also like the clear windows.
And you can get lights for every one of these. The clear windows is really cool. It's more realistic, yeah?
This one's but this one's a little bit flimsy, but it's okay.
Yeah. Okay, and how about the Toyota? What do you think about that?
It's a really nice body. I think they did a really good job, especially with the tint too, because like this one has a little bit, but it's still, I like the tint myself.
Yeah, okay. So those are the bodies. All bodies are nice. My favorite body just for styling is this one.
For style?
If the TRX Defender had clear windows, that would
for style, right now, out of these 3 bodies,
yeah,
I would rather probably first, second, third.
Okay, cool.
But that's partly because this one doesn't have clear windows right now.
Yeah, okay.
This pretty much tops it off.
Okay.
If this one, then it would have been probably...
Okay, let's discuss tires.
Okay.
I think the TRX4 has the best tires ready to run out of the box. Reason being, they're extremely soft and sticky and grippy.
Yeah, almost like they have almost like double-sided tape on them that's like in the tire that's so sticky.
Remember, guys, we're just comparing and giving you our thoughts on it. Everybody has their own opinion. But me personally, and also remember, we're not talking about upgraded trucks. We're talking about ready to run out of the box, what we think comparison is. So,
these are really nice tires too.
Yeah.
The only downfall on those is they're a little bit wider, but that's a good part on these. They're taller, and that's like we're saying, they don't have very much in difference. Like these ones are taller and skinnier.
Yeah, I remember you were talking about, and I agree, the footprint is thinner.
Yeah.
So it tends to it's more realistic actually.
And the only bad part about these ones is when they came, they were a little bit harder too.
Yeah, they've
softened up a little bit though. They're still not the softest tire. And then
we've discussed this too, right? So the HPI truck has the worst tires.
Yes.
They're not horrible, but these 3 trucks, they were the worst.
Yes, they are
Not very sticky.
No.
A little bit hard.
Yeah.
They're not terrible. They're not like absolutely unreal.
But they've gotten a lot softer over
Excuse me.
time. That's the one thing I really like about them. They went from really hard and now they're softer.
If you guys want to see the performance of how these tires work, we do have some run videos, which you can click in the card up here. We also have a playlist on each one of these trucks, which will give you the unboxing, where we discuss our initial thoughts right out of the box. The run videos, and a review of what we think on each individual truck. So we don't want to get too carried away today with talking individual truck, because we've already done that. This is a comparison of the 3 trucks. So
tires are done.
Performance. What do we like about the performance factor of this truck?
It's a very good performance truck. It climbs a lot of that you've probably seen in other videos if you're fans of us.
Technologically advanced.
Yes.
I would say that's how I would describe the TRX4. Now, Traxxas wasn't in the scale truck.
This is actually their first scale truck.
Right, and they blew it out. They blew it out of the park with the technology. Now, the problem with technology is technology goes wrong and breaks, and we all know that. When it works, it's amazing. Yeah. Yeah. So what is the technology? You want to tell everybody the actual technology that's involved?
Well, I really like the
portal axles?
Yeah, the portal axles.
So the portal axles are here, and it gives you more clearance, right? Okay, and then what are the actual electronic technology that's in this guy that isn't in these 2?
Oh, in these 2? Oh,
from your remote.
From your remote, you can switch it to just
high and low gear, transmission.
Yeah, and then you can also switch from
the locking diffs, right? You can lock the front diffs or you can lock the rear diffs. Are you a little bit nervous today, son? Because you tell me this stuff all the time. How come you can tell me this stuff?
You can lock none of the diffs, or you can just lock the front, or you can lock both.
All by the remote, which is a high-end technology.
Where these 2, you cannot do that.
That's right. They come with 1 speed. The only thing you can do on these is adjust their drag brake.
Yes.
Which is their hill descent. They can sit on a hill without rolling. If you have it 100% or 80%, it'll roll really slow down the hill, right? But he has that too. So technologically, Traxxas kicked some butt here.
Yeah.
The problem is, technology breaks. You have all these little servos and stuff. It's more stuff to go wrong. But other than that, it's awesome. Okay, this guy, how did he perform on the trails?
Very well. I really like
the articulation?
Yeah, it's like...
See how I read your mind? You're going like this, and I know it's articulation.
Yeah.
So...
Another thing I really love about this truck is not really in the actual, like, complete technology, is the front bumper. The approach angle.
Approach angle, good job.
The approach angle on the front bumper, so that when you go over a rock, which it usually isn't too big, but if it is too big, it usually just slides right on up. So that's a good part.
So basically the bumper doesn't get caught on stuff as easy, right?
The back also has a pretty good deep approach angle.
Yeah, I don't think approach is the right word, and I can't think of it right now, but anyway.
Yeah.
That's okay.
My mind kind of
That's
fell
okay.
off there.
So I want to say something about the Axial. Axial's been known for scale trucks for a long time. That's their genre. This truck, ready to run, is so much fun. Honestly. Without the technology of the Traxxas, it is a heck of a performer without all that stuff.
I do like Jeeps, but either way, this is still a really nice body.
Do you like Jeeps? Hey, I got a question. Do you like Jeeps because your mom likes Jeeps, or do you like Jeeps because you like Jeeps?
Because I like Jeeps, and also because Mom likes Jeeps. This is a little tiny bit of it. But anyway...
In real life, Jeeps are the best off-road vehicle there is.
Yeah.
My opinion.
They're the only SUV that actually has actual, like, 4x4.
They've been around since World War I.
I'm not talking about four-wheel drive. I'm talking about actual 4x4.
Yes. Okay, so...
4x4. That kind of 4x4.
Okay, so...
Locking diffs all
let's move on to the HPI. Now, the HPI is a little cheaper like we had talked about. And
that's
we
why
talked
it's
about
a little bit of... these ones are a little bit better.
Right, but remember...
But not that much separates them. It's like price separation.
Remember, we also talked about in our unboxing and our review, which we'll link in this corner in the card.
Yeah.
And at the end of the video, we'll have some other links you can touch and see some other videos if you guys want to watch some of our stuff. But this guy also comes with a battery, which these guys didn't,
yes,
and a wall charger, which these guys, and remote batteries, which means what?
Yeah.
It's ready to run.
It is like complete ready to run. You don't have to include anything.
How did it perform? Good.
Yeah. The only thing you had to include in the ready to run is charging the battery, which that's part of RCs.
Right, but how did this guy perform on the trails, buddy? I think he was good. I don't think he was as good as these two.
No, but he still did amazing for a...
Well, like we talked about, the tires aren't very grippy, so that give us a few troubles here and there.
He did better than like Slashes and all them little trucks.
The other thing is that this truck doesn't have quite as much clearance. Thank you. So yeah, this truck overall.
Yeah.
I mean.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna move this because I can't see everyone, so I just move it over a little bit.
So he's a pretty good truck too. A little cheaper than these two.
Yeah.
Performed almost as well, not quite.
Yeah.
Right?
So in all, they're pretty much same price for the same truck, because like this one's a little bit more expensive than these two, but it's a little bit better than these two.
You pay for the technology.
Yeah. This one's a little bit better than this one.
You pay
and
for
not as good as this one.
You pay for the name.
It's yeah.
And the standard in crawling. These guys have been doing it forever.
And this guy, he's still expensive, and you know what? For his amount of price, he almost runs as good as these two, and plus he's like 50, 40, I don't know exactly, dollars.
I think it's about $60 difference. But here's the point. They're all fun. As we've talked about before, we love this hobby. They're all awesome. We break things, we play with things, we run things. There's not a truck we haven't liked.
One thing I like about these crawlers is you don't break them very much.
Yeah.
And you don't have to buy as much parts because they're slow and you're calm. And
you can go on a long walk, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so now we wanted to recommend a couple upgrades per truck that we think are necessary right away. You can do many others. I mean, there's all kinds of scale accessories, lights, winches, motor, like all that stuff. But what we think is necessary right away, right? So on the Traxxas TRX4, what is 2 things we would upgrade today? So we talked about this earlier, Dylan. Sometimes you have to excuse Dylan. He's 9, and sometimes he forgets what we talked about. So on this truck, it would be the axle weight.
Right, yeah.
So you can get brass axle weight. There's a bunch of different distributors, but you want to get some weight in the bottom of this truck to hold its footprint because of the heavy body, right? When it's crawling up a hill, the weight goes like this. So if you had some weight in the bottom, it would hold it, right? Okay? So that's one thing. And then the second thing, which we've actually already done, and we'll put another link for that video here, which is Dylan did it himself.
The steering servo.
The steering servo. Traxxas made an amazing truck with some wicked technology. They really dropped the ball when it came to the steering servo. It's not very good.
That's the only
unfortunately.
bad part.
But
other than that, it's amazing.
It is.
Truck.
It's fun. It's our first crawler, this truck here. Actually, it's our first one, and we have 2 more because of it. Anyways, so off to the Axial Jeep. What are 2 upgrades we would do right away? And now I know you can't remember this because you're the one who's complained about it, and you're absolutely right. So what's the first one?
Oh yeah, the rock guards. One thing I think they need to be a little bit higher because the body pops out or in and then it looks like that.
It buckles all the time. Because the Lexan on this Axial body, even though it looks amazing, is quite flimsy.
Yeah.
And the rock guards don't actually have too much of a slot to hold it in. And it buckles just like that, which we've showed in other videos too. So that would be the one thing, right? And the second thing on this truck Dylan and I discussed is an interior.
Yes.
Reason being, the Jeep by Axial has the most clear see-through windows, and really you can see the entire inner workings of this vehicle. You can see right through to the other.
I don't know if you guys can see from there or not.
Probably not, buddy. That's a little far out. But you can actually see right through You can see the motor, the transmission, the battery tray, the battery. You can even see the frame, the axle,
Yeah.
everything. So an interior would be really cool in this truck. Okay? So that's that one. What's the 2 upgrades we think would be necessary on that?
Tires.
Tires, because those tires are not very grippy.
No.
They're not the worst thing in the world, but they're not that great.
And then the second thing.
The second thing would be the underneath, which we talked about in the unboxing and the review, is the links are plastic. So we would upgrade those to an aluminum simply because the plastic flexes when the truck's up against a rock. So, other than that,
They're all still amazing.
they're amazing. So, final conclusion and comparison. Which
First-
one is better? We asked you the question.
Yeah.
None of them. They're all awesome.
Yeah.
Every
But
single RC.
If we had to choose out of these,
If we had to choose,
I would go first, second.
you might think it's a biased opinion
Third.
because we're Traxxas guys. We started on Traxxas. We've talked to people about that. But when Traxxas came out with this, they've always been known as the fastest name in RC. They got in the trail crawl truck game real good with this guy. He's an awesome truck.
Yes.
This was our first Axial. A blast. Amazing fun.
Yes.
A little cheaper. Looks great. Oh, and by the way, these are all licensed bodies. So they're actual replicas, right?
Yeah.
So, but
Of a real car, like.
yeah. But the final thing is, these are all fun. They're all amazing. Every single scale truck, you can make upgrades, add accessories, and all that stuff.
Yes.
Right? Okay. So, guys, question of the day. What is your favorite ready-to-run scale trail crawl truck? Let us know in the comments below. We'd love your opinion. And if you know something we don't, share it with us. We're always willing to learn, right?
And we're not talking about your favorite scale truck out of these. It'd be nice to know your favorite out of these, too. But share some other scale trucks from different brands and different cars from like Axial, different crawlers that you guys think you really like.
Yeah, let us know what your favorite is. It doesn't matter what it is, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so thanks for watching.
And also, don't forget to hit that like button. And also,
We'd appreciate that.
yes. And also, don't forget to subscribe in the bottom right corner. And also, while you're at it, make sure you click that notification bell. Ding, ding. And also,
That notification bell will let you guys know when our other videos come up.
And also, don't forget to also share this video. So,
Until next time, get out and play. Okay, see you later.
bye-bye. Trucks.
We got the Traxxas TRX4 Land Rover Defender, the Axial 2017 Jeep Wrangler Unlimited, and the HPI Racing Toyota. Why are you doing that?
Open. Hi everyone.
Hello.
Welcome to Let's Play RC. And today we have these 3 amazing trucks.
We have the Traxxas TRX4 Defender. I screwed up, sorry. Cut. Okay.
like baby Grace.
I got my line. I got my line right 9 times in a row.
I know you're gonna screw them up constantly. I don't want to be down here all night.